Hey everyone, thanks for learning to play games. My name is Lance, and in today's video we're going to be playing through a brand new game coming to Kickstarter called Alter. This is the latest game from the Red Joker. It is a 2 to 5 player game that takes roughly 30 to 60 minutes to play, and is a competitive game where players are going to be competing with their fellow players throughout the game to build the most altars and shrines on their god or goddess's card. So in this video, I'm going to be playing through the game, showing you what a 3-player game looks like. If you just want to check out an overview video, I'll have a link up in the top corner where I'll go over just the main features of the game and show you a sample turn. So in this video, again, I'll be playing through a 3-player game to give you a better idea how this one plays to help you decide whether or not this one you want to back on Kickstarter. As always, if you find my videos helpful, if you like what I do, please consider that like button and subscribing to my channel. It's one of the easiest ways you can support channels like mine so we can continue to grow, be able to produce this content. If you want to get notified anytime I drop new videos, also give that notification bell a ring, and that'll let you know whenever I drop new stuff, as I'm constantly dropping more videos covering the latest Kickstarter games, unboxings, teaching videos, and playthroughs, among many other types. So if you want to get notified, hit that bell. So let's go ahead and head to the table, and we'll see what this one's all about. I do also want to point out that all the materials here are prototype materials and are subject to change. They'll look a lot better in the final production copy of the game. Alright, so moving into the game, the Ancient God is going to be the first god to start, as he always starts as he's the oldest. So he's going to start his turn, and during each god's turn, that god's going to start by either drawing a card from one of the face-up cards or taking the top card of the deck. Then he's going to play one of the cards from his hands to take that action. So with the Ancient God, he has the Prophetess, the Pagan, Merchant, and Adventurer. So I think let's start by, I'm going to take the Amazon here, add her to my area. Okay, then I can play a card. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Pagan. So this one says to choose a realm and destroy all inactive altars in that realm. Now the Ancient God is immune to that. So he's going to go ahead and play her. And he's going to choose the God of War. So the God of War is going to lose that altar that he had. And we're going to go ahead and put the discards up here so that we don't get those mixed up. Then I'm going to go ahead and play a free action. So I'm going to play the Merchant. So this one says to draw a number of cards equal to the number of gods in play. Keep one of them and deal one to each opposing god. So I'm going to go ahead and play that. I'm going to draw 3 cards. Let's see what he got here. So I have the Warrior, the Priestess, and an Adventurer. So I'll go ahead and give him the Adventurer so he can add an altar back to his area. I am going to go ahead and take the Priestess, and I'm going to go ahead and give the Goddess of Death the Warrior. All right, I think that is pretty much all I want to do at this point. Yeah. All right, so that'll end my turn, and it's going to pass the next player in clockwise order, which is going to be the God of War. He is definitely not happy about that, but let's see what he can do here. So I have to choose a card to add to my area. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Cleric, and the Wizard is added. And let's see here. All right, nobody has an active altar yet, otherwise the Wizard would have been potentially handy to use. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and actually play the Cleric as a worship. So this one says, Demonesses and Wizards' abilities have no effect on you or your realm. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my area and use him as protection. Do I have any free things that I want to do? I don't have anything for the Priestess at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and end there. And that will be my turn. So over to the Goddess of Death. She also has a Cleric that she could potentially use. As she can't use him for rituals, this might be a good opportunity for that. Is there anything that I really want out of there? I am going to go ahead and take a blind draw off the top. I got another Priestess. So I think I'm also going to play the Cleric to add some extra defense to my area. So he's going to make me immune to demonesses and wizards, on top of me already, well, I don't have any protections on her. But she only needs 2 to build a shrine as well, so that can be also useful. All right, I don't think I really have any free actions. Well, now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and play the Priestess. So I'm going to discard that yeah. I think that will finish off my turn. So again, moving back over to the Ancient God. All right, so I got to choose a card. I already have that. I'm going to go ahead and take her. Add another card there. Tempter. Ooh, nasty. All right, so I only have 2 for that at this point. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and play the Adventurer. So that lets me add a altar to my realm. It's inactive. I'm going to go ahead and play a Priestess to turn one of those to an active altar. All right, I think that will end my turn. I don't have any other free actions I want to do at this point. So over to the God of War. All right, so this one, choose a god. He discards all priestesses from his or from their hands. So that could be really powerful. Okay. I'm going to take a card off the top. So I have the Fanatic. When performing a ritual, Fanatic counts as 2. So that could be good. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Fanatic. He counts as 2, and then the Wizard will count as 1. So that will be the 3 that I need to build my first shrine. So that was useful. And I don't have anything else that I can play at this point, so that'll be the end of his turn. And we're over to the Goddess of Death. All right. Let's see. I think I will. I'm going to take the Adventurer. Build a new card. So it's a Thief. And what do I want to play? I'm going to go ahead and play the Demoness. So this one says the opposing gods discard 1 card of their choice from their hand and take 1 of the discarded cards into your hand. And the God of Light is not affected by this, but he's not in play. All right, so each one of the other players has to choose 1 of the cards in their hand to discard. So I think I will go ahead and drop the Warrior and over to the Ancient God. I'm going to go ahead and drop the Prophetess. So out of these 2, I'm going to go ahead and take this one into my hands. All right, and that is my turn at this point. So back over to the Ancient God. Again, I'm going to draw. He's down to 2 cards. Oof. Choose a god with the least cards in hand. Discard at random 1 card from their hand. Oof, that's nasty. All right. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card from the top. So I have the Fanatic, so that's good. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Fanatic and the Amazon for the ritual. So that will be my first shrine. And that's all I have left. So I don't really want to pop her just yet. So that is the end of his turn. Over to the God of War. So again, choosing a card. I think I'm going to take a card off the top. So I have the Demoness. All right. go ahead and play the Adventurer. That lets me add a shrine there. And I am going to play the Priestess to activate that shrine. Okay. Alright, so that's the end of the God of War's turn. So over to the Goddess of Death. Alright. Card that she's going to draw. I'm going to go ahead and take a card off the top. Alright, so I have the Shaman. So Pagans, Seers, Thieves, and Tempters abilities have no effect on your realm. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to go ahead and just play that as another defense. So now she has defenses against quite a bit here. All right. And that's pretty much all I can do. So that's the end of her turn. Moving back over to the Ancient God. Again, he only has one card in his hand. So take one off the top. So it's the Assassin. Discard one card with the worship icon placed next to a realm of opposing god. So that's pretty handy. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that right away to take out the Cleric. All right. And that's pretty much all I can do at the moment, I think. Well, I'm going to go ahead and play this just to get it out of the way. So that'll activate his card, or his altar there. And that's the end of his turn. Over to the God of War. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take a Wizard. All right. And I think I'm going to hold on to this for the moment. So I'll pass, and then I don't have any free actions I want to do. So that'll end my turn. Over to the Goddess of Death. She's still got quite a few cards. What does she want? That could be good. But he also has that too. So I think I am going to take the Paladin. I have Altar, or the Alchemist. It's out. All right, I am going to go ahead and play him to add 2 altars to my realm. That's pretty good. And then I'm going to go ahead and do a free action and play Priestess to flip over one of the altars. All right, and then I think that'll be it. So I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Moving back over to the Ancient God. He is out of cards at this point. So what to do? I'm just going to go ahead and take one off the top. He's got a Cleric. And he's just going to... I could play that as a... I am going to play that as protection. Because he's got a fair amount at this point. Alright, moving back over to the God of War. God of War. And let's see. If we had a Demoness, that could have been really handy to play, because otherwise it would have... Let's see. Opposing god discards 1 card from their hand of their choice. Take one of the discarded cards. Okay, so that wasn't the one I was thinking it was. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Alchemist. And then I'm going to go ahead and play these 3 for the Ritual. Alright, so I get to add a second shrine there. And that will end my turn, as I don't have any free actions to do at this point. All right, back over to the Goddess. All right, what has she got here? So the Bard take up to 2 warriors from the discard pile, if any. Tempest. I'm going to go ahead and take the healer. And I will play the pair of healers that I have, because I only need 2 rituals to build a shrine. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Add a shrine to my area. And that is all I can do at this point. So that will end my turn there. Back over to the Ancient God. He's going to draw a card. The Demoness. The opposing gods discard 1 card of choice from their hand. Take 1 of the discarded cards into your hand. She's immune to that, so it would just be him, the God of War, and he only has 1 card. So I think I will just hold on to that for now. And I think that's pretty much all I can do, so that'll end my turn. Moving back over to the God of War. Go ahead and take a blind draw off the top. So he's got a Necromancer. Choose 1 card from the discard pile. Pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and pass and not play a card at this point. So back over to the Goddess of Death. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take a card off the top. So I found a Priestess. All right. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play the Prophetess and the Shaman. I can pull followers that are worshiping to use as rituals, and I only need 2, so that will take care of that. I'm going to add a second ritual, and I'm going to play the Priestess to flip over that altar. So that is going to trigger the ends of the round, or the last round, and she's the last player, so that is the game, as the other 2 have already had their turn, so everybody has had an equal number of turns. So that is the game. So then at this point, the game was ended by having one of the gods complete their board. And so she is going to be the winning god. And so the Goddess of Death has claimed the realm, and all other gods bow in submission. Well, the Goddess of Death has prevailed, and that is the game. So I hope you found the video interesting and helpful in deciding whether or not this is one you want to back on Kickstarter. Again, as always, if you have any questions or comments, please post those in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Or swing by the main Kickstarter's page and drop any questions you have there in the comment section. I'm sure the creators would love to hear from you and are more than happy to answer any questions you have. Until next time, I'll see you later.